This may come back to bite me, but I just bought this pair on Catch, turbo greens. I don't even like the color, but the price was insane. I'd almost guarantee they're fake, but worst case scenario, like I'll just return them, right? And if they're real, crazy. Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased Teeth. Now, today's episode it's a little different. From the title, you can probably sort of guess what happened, but it all started back on December 28th when this ad popped up from Catch of the Day. If you don't know Catch of the Day, they essentially sell everything. And the idea is like, maybe it's out of stock, maybe it's like stuff that didn't sell, but generally like it's quite cheap. They get crazy prices, and you know, in recent times there has been like, I feel like resellers on it. For the most part, I feel like it is third-party sellers, not so much buying directly from Catch. I definitely want to stress that. For legal reasons, I guess. But this popped up, turbo greens for $168, and I've gone, man, that can't be right. And the picture was kind of dodgy, like the graphic behind it and everything like that. So that was my first sort of red flag. Then I'm looking at it, 168. I'm like, every time I see on Marketplace where there's like fakes and it says multiple sizes available, it's usually like 168. It's a random price like that. So second red flag. Third red flag that I didn't even know until, well, I don't think I noticed it straight away, but when I posted it on IG going, this can't be right, a bunch of people messaged me going Jordanian, and I didn't even notice it said Jordanian. So shout outs to Jay from the Kickstand and a couple others messaging me laughing, but I'd already pulled the trigger before I saw Jordanian. So let's have a look at some Air Jordanians. Alright, so they finally rocked up. I've blanked out my address, of course, but running shoes. They're running shoes, apparently. The value is $10. $10 USD, it says. All direct from China. Yeah, I have no hope for these. So look, end of the day, if they're real, it's a steal. If they're not, these actually took forever to come, and that was another sort of thing where I looked on the email and the tracking and it said it was coming from China. That's another red flag, right? Coming direct from China. But when I was hitting them up, because like at a point I was like, alright, if it's looking like they are fakes, the novelty's worn off, maybe I just cancel it before they even get here. I hit them up, I'm like, yo, what's happening? It's been a while. And they're like, oh, just be patient, they'll be here. And then like a week later they came. So this is January, right? We get them. It's not looking good. I am pretty curious. I just picked these up now to go do it, and it looked like there was a little bug on them, so I don't know what the quarantine is like, but I killed it straight away. It was like microscopic, so I don't know, but he dead. He dead. Let's open these joints up. I'm sure they're fake. Alright, I'm definitely worried about this one. Let's check out these $10 running shoes. I mean, obviously they weren't. They were $168. They were on Catch. I'd almost guarantee it's like, we got the black light too, just to confirm my suspicions. I'd almost guarantee that it's a drop shipper. Oh man, I wish you could see this. You will see it in B-roll, but the quality of the box is terrible. We're going to compare all of it. I just hope there's no more of them little fucking bugs in there. There was some little bug in there before. alright. Yeah, even the print on here just doesn't look good. I'm gonna show side by side comparisons. The label's no good. I'm looking at all my Jordan 1s. The label goes all the way to here, not just there. Flimsy. I mean, it's just ripped in my hands. The paper's no good. The quality of the shoes aren't too bad, although that's not good. The tongues got that overwhelming glue smell. We always talk about that. Now let's have a look at this. Yeah, there's some marks. If you don't see them there, you'll see them in B-roll. We got shit all over these. The quality is not bad, but this is why you have a black light. These are meant to be the turbo greens. I never had a pair of turbo greens, so I don't know in terms of colour how good they look. I don't know if they're supposed to have exposed foam at the top there. Let's see what else we can see. Oh, that's horrible. I hope you're seeing this in B-roll. Cardboard. No jump man on the cardboard. It's a weird kind of shape too. Usually they're a little bit longer. Does say Nike Air, does say Jordan, not Jordanian, whatever the fuck it said on there. Nothing on the sole. I mean, like, though the shape looks a bit off too. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of like goes up the back there like those undercover. Is that undercover? Those Dunk Highs, the weird ones, but you got shit all over these. So I'm gonna start the process. Look, I did this obviously for the content. I knew the price was way too good to be true, but we had to do it. Had to do it. But one thing it does is I get to show you all these things of how to legit check some shoes. So you're gonna see that now. So these were super fake. They sold me, a third party through Catch of the Day sold me a super fake pair, and straight away I hit them up and I was like, yo, these are counterfeit. I don't want these. And they didn't even refute it. They didn't even try. I mean, they saying like a $10 running shoe. Yeah, I don't know, man, but we're gonna run you through how to legit check them, and you know, something that you should be looking out for. If you do need a black light, I'd suggest either on eBay or like BCF or somewhere like a fishing store. They're, you know, $5 to $10. That's all you need to get. So this is real. A good way to notice it, if it's from Foot Locker, generally it'll have a tag like that on top. You notice the label is all the way there. QR code, RFID. If it's come from Australia, if they're saying it's Australian stock, it should have AUD right there. This you can obviously see, it's some weird square label I've never seen before. You can see if I push in here, nothing. If I push in here, you can see the rounded nature of the cheaper cardboard. On top of that, if you noticed, the bottom Nike logo is slightly bigger, different shape. But to your average person, they may fall for it. Two lids. These are both size 10, but for whatever reason, this is the fake one's a lot smaller box. Have a look inside. The real one's got stamps and a Nike logo. There's a stamp from the factory. There's a little thing that says swoosh there too. This has got nothing. It's quite crude inside in terms of the craftsmanship. It does have a code there, which is similar to that one, but that's about it. You can see straight away, like, the cardboard is not the same. Freight paper is a lot thicker. You can't see through it. That one thinner. You can see the shoe through it. Inside the box of the real one, you can't see any sort of ribbing. Everything's cut perfectly. In this one, you can see the ribbing of the cardboard. Yeah, it's not good. This is the other one. Let's see what we can see. So you can see along here, if I take it away, that's where the stitching is. Just above the stitching is those lines that come up from the black light. You've also got, they've mucked up on the swoosh, so there's a line just there. The worst ones though, sort of there, where they're marking out where this will go. And then they've just got dots all over the toe box. But yeah, these ones here are around to let it know where it should be on there. Pretty bad. The one thing I noticed is with the shape, you have a look, that kind of comes in there, and it's like those dunks that are actually sitting in outlets at the moment. Is it undercover? I think. Air Jordan logo placement isn't too bad. It's not great either, but the toe box too, when you feel it, it doesn't feel like a leather. It feels like a vinyl, especially sort of here, the edge of it. I know Nike can be average with their vinyl, with their leather, but that's much worse. Now I want to see here, back in the day, the inner soles used to be paper thin. Now this one's glued in, so I can't take it out. But these here, if you have a look, it's a generic sort of shoe tree. No Jumpman logo, should have the Jumpman logo on it. This is a real one, got the Jumpman logo, and as you can see it goes right to the actual top of the shoe, not just fake one, kinda halfway there. This will go right up to the top of the shoe, this one just goes in the bottom of it, so.
Alright, so they haven't replied to my message, even though like any other message has been like replied to straight away. So there's a thing like within Catch, it says escalate, so I've escalated it, and there was no option for counterfeit, but it was like, this isn't what I ordered sort of thing. Did that, then wrote the explanation. I don't feel like Catch is going to know how to legit check things. They're probably going to question how I know it, so this could be interesting, but we'll be getting a refund.
So I thought all this was over. I'm replying to them and about the refund. They're like, yo, be patient again. And then all of a sudden the refund comes through. And they don't reply to me or anything. And I'm hitting them up. I'm like, yo, do you want the shoes back? Like, what's going on here? And then nothing, right? So I was like, alright, maybe we'll fuck around, run some games, maybe some pranks, whatever. But alright, so plot twist. I just had an email from Catch saying they want the shoes back. So I was hitting them up. I'm like, yo, do I send them back or whatever to the seller? But then Catch has come out of nowhere, like weeks later, saying, hey, we want the shoes. So I'm gonna send them back, but I feel like I should try them on at least first, maybe. I don't know. What you thinking? Let's see how these fit. Like Jordan 1s traditionally are not that comfortable, so I can't imagine too much difference. I don't know. We'll see. Let's try these Fugazi shits on. I'm gonna lace them up or anything because I do need to send them back, but. Oh, that's a horrible smell. Size isn't too bad. They just don't feel right. I'm not gonna say that they're uncomfortable. They just don't feel right. Probably the only time you're gonna fit fake shoes on my feet, and I don't like it. Not a bad colorway looking down at my feet. Like it's not one that I initially would have gone for back in the day, and I didn't. But it's not bad looking down on it, I guess. But we're gonna send these back. I have bought sneakers on Catch before. I'm pretty sure I bought some all white Air Max 90s before. No issue. I've bought. That might be it, but they do sell legitimate shoes for the most part. It's just it's third-party sellers, right? So whatever this third-party seller chooses to sell, it is what it is. I would assume that seller has been removed. Actually, we can check that right now. Let's go on to Catch right now and just double check. I know the actual post for those shoes is no longer there, because like when you see your previous orders, you go to click on them, it says item has been removed. So they've at least done that. I want to stress again, third-party sellers. It was through the Catch of the Day platform, so you definitely need to be careful when you're going through there. If there's any red flags, like, don't pull the trigger. For me, it didn't really matter if there was or wasn't. Like, I felt like I was going to get a refund anyway, and we're making this video. Usually as well, like if it's too good to be true, it generally is. Catch of the Day, you can get a lot of like Saucony, New Balance, Asics for well under price, right? So if we look on this, it's been cancelled. If I click on that item, it takes me straight back to the home page. Now I want to see if maybe I go into my messages and click on the seller. The seller was called Wolf King. I have no problem putting that person on blast, or who, or company, or whatever it is, because essentially they're trying to mislead people. And like they haven't responded to me since they said, yeah, we'll do it, we'll refund them. And the way they were doing it was like, oh, because it's through this platform, we can't just refund you. And I'm just like, so am I getting refunded? Like, I don't know. And then I think I did it through Afterpay. So initially I think I just got the notice for the refund through Afterpay. If we go, yeah, you can't even click on his, you can't click on that account anymore. So I'd say they've removed that account, which is good. Catch it, they have done the right thing. This person's selling counterfeit stuff, Fugazi, you know, trying to mislead and scam people. But like we said, if it looks too good to be true, generally is. I would suggest going on there for like Air Max, New Balance, Asics running shoes. Saucony goes pretty cheap on there, so there's plenty of stuff you can get on there. Just maybe stay away from the Jordans, because generally they are like super overpriced resellers or this. But let me know what you think. Let me know, maybe you learned something. Did you learn how to legit check a pair of shoes? Did you not know about the black light? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We'll be back twice a week. Peace.